caliente, muy 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 caliente.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys. This is Stacey Daniel. I am your financial friend. Yes, I'm a licensed financial professional. Hey. Okay. 1 second, guys. I am.
Caliente, muy caliente, muy caliente, muy caliente, muy caliente.
All right, guys. Hey, guys. Hey. This is Stacey Daniel, wealth strategist and insurance broker. More importantly, I am your financial friend. Yes, I'm a licensed financial professional. Yes, I've been in the financial services industry for 10 years. Yes, I'm a national speaker and an author, and I've received multiple awards and accolades, and I've spoken on multiple stages in front of thousands of people. However, though, more importantly, guys, I'm your friend who have been on the other end of the spectrum for a very long time. I'm successful now. I'm wealthy now. I have streams of income that come in before I do anything to make active income, such as coaching, speaking, selling a product, or something like that. I have streams of income that come in that cover all of my overhead expenses. So, I don't have to worry about that. Income comes in, bills are paid. I do extra things so I can live the lifestyle that I want, even more so. Like last year, 2018, I took 9 vacations. This year, I want to top that. I purchased a travel agency, so I have affordable travel, and I can pass that savings advantage on to my clients and the people who follow me, as well as my Facebook group members. I said all that to say, guys, I want you to feel comfortable listening to this radio show, which is the Motivating Your Money radio show on intellectualradio.com. And you can hear us at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time every single Wednesday. And so, what is our purpose, guys? The mission of the Motivating Your Money radio show is to provide a platform for learning and sharing. What a platform for learning and sharing financial tools and resources. It's a safe place to call in, because we do have a phone number, guys, and ask questions and then connect with a trusted professional. Sometimes it's a financial professional, sometimes it's somebody that's maybe a relationship coach, somebody it's a business coach, different things that we may need, but we need to know that we're going to a learning center that we can trust. So connect with a trusted professional who will help you take the next financial footsteps with confidence. Isn't that what we want? We want to know for sure that what we're doing is getting us to the goal that we set aside, instead of just guessing. I guessed for so long when it came to my finances. It is our hope here at the Motivating Money radio show that by exposing our viewers and listeners to various financial tools and new money perspectives, that your journey to financial freedom will be less obstructed. Obstructed, Stacey. What do you mean? I mean, like, if you have personal hangups from the past, if you find hurdles that you've backed yourself up against a hurdle in the present, or if you have concerns about the future, we need to go ahead and remove those, so that you can have a smooth journey. Now, it's not guaranteed, but you guess what? Anything that you deal with a support group, you can get past it. So life is not guaranteed, but you have knowledge and you have access to the tools and the resources and people who have been there. So that's all what we're all about. What I need you to do is like and share and comment on this video, guys, or on this radio show. So you can hear us, the Motivating Money Radio Show, on YouTube. You can hear us on Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, and on my Facebook business page. However, guys, how about today, of all days, my radio show day, Facebook and Instagram is down. How about that? It's down. So I've been talking to all my business owners via my email, reminding them that this is why we have online and offline activities. This is why we do what we need to do in order to get consistent, qualified, and ready to buy leads or people that's interested in what we have to offer. Why are you talking about that, Stacey? Because here at the Motivating Your Money radio show, we talk about all things money, motivation, and mindset. Being able to find different Being strategic and savvy in all of our efforts, energy, and time will help us to be less burnt out, have that time freedom and that money freedom that we strive for and that we had in mind when we decided to become an entrepreneur or start a side hustle. Well, I don't have a side hustle, Stacey, and I'm not an entrepreneur. Well, then we need to talk because everybody should have a side hustle. God put in and you you some type of gift or talents so that you can help somebody else. And there are people who will pay you for your experience and your expertise. So maybe you need to contact me or join our Facebook community so we can have a strategy session and figure out what is it that you do? What is it that people always say, "Hey, you know what? Can you do that?" And you're like, "What? I always do that. It's so easy." You don't really you minimize it, they worship it. That's the avenue that you need to be trying to monetize. All right, guys. So I digress. Today though, it is March, and March is credit education month. And I wanted to pull the lid back on a few things when it comes to credit. Nope, we're not talking about credit repair. We're talking about the different mindset that the wealthy have when it comes to credit and what we weren't taught, how I can actually use credit as an extension of my life, not an extension of my income, but an extension of my life. I want to take these trips and I want to go somewhere that's nice and lavish, but I don't want to spend all my cash. So I can use the different benefits that I get because I have this 3-digit number that the credit reporting agencies and all other creditors or companies, retailers consider. They use that to judge my worthiness on certain benefits. So I'm going to play this game. I'm going to get my score where they think it should be so that I'll have access to all of this behind this closed door. There's a cost to having poor credit. Not only that, there's a cost to having good credit. And that cost far exceeds money. It exceeds money. What opportunities are you missing out on because you don't have the 3-digit score that they say you should have? First of all, no, I don't agree that we need to be judged and allowed or not allowed to do certain things because of our credit. But if that's the game that they're playing, that's the game that exists. Then let me find out the best rules to play that game the best, to manipulate it in my favor so I can get the things that I want, so I can get the things that I need, so that I can get into the room where I need to be to connect with the people who are going to help me go even further. That makes sense, guys. That makes sense. So, yes, misinformation is one of the 8 silent wealth killers. And if you know anything about me for the past 10 years, that's what I've been teaching about, the 8 silent wealth killers. There are 4 ways your money is being taken from you. And there are 4 ways you are giving your money away. Misinformation is one of them. Just not knowing what the right thing to do in different situations cost us time and money and energy. So if we learn those loopholes, if we learn those hidden money rules, very powerful but hidden money rules, then we can have it can be a level playing field. I believe, my personal belief and my mission in my company. First is my belief, and then it's why I do what I do. First, I believe that we all should have access to the tools and education needed to reach the level of financial success that we are willing to work towards. I honestly believe that. However, guess what, guys? The fight is fixed. So, since the fight is fixed, I have made it my mission to position myself and my businesses as tools and resources for anybody who want to take that journey, who's looking for somebody to trust. They don't know who to ask. They have the shame, they have the fear, and they're unwilling to reach out to anybody else. So I want to make you comfortable with learning these things, asking these questions. Start to think within yourself. Self-awareness is key. What is it that I'm doing that's actually stopping me from getting where I want to go? All because it was something that I heard before. And now, if I really do a deep dive, it's actually not beneficial. It's actually not beneficial to me. Am I willing to unlearn some things? So we've been misinformed about so much. We've been misinformed about our retirement. We've been misinformed about um, owning a home is the biggest asset. And a home is not an asset, guys. It's not an asset as long as you're living in it. It's an asset if you don't live in it, and therefore people live in it as opposed to you, and they're paying you rent. Then it's an asset. Otherwise, it's a liability because you have to pay for everything that goes wrong in that home. That's a liability. But I digress. We've been brought up to think, most of us who, I tend to attract, has been thought of to think, brought up to think that a home is an asset, and it's not. And it's not. And yes, with as far as credit, which is Credit Education Month, I want to start you to look at things in a different perspective. It's not, I don't want to use credit. I don't want to have a credit card. Never get a credit card. It's also not, I'm going to get as many credit cards as I can, and I'm going to shop whenever I want to, and I'm going to raise my debt up, and then I'm paying all this money and minimum balances, and I'm being managed by debt or ruled by debt or enslaved by debt. Actually, it's not enslaved by debt. It's enslaved by my choices that's based off my emotions. So those are two different ends of the spectrum. Use credit and just run it up and do whatever you want with it every time because you feel like it's not your money, and we just using it as an emotional crutch. And then there's also don't use credit at all because cash is king. No, I want you to have a different perspective and realize that if used correctly, having credit is a very, very powerful tool. And it helps you keep, not only are you keeping your money in your pocket, you're using somebody else's money to buy those income producing assets that we've been talking about. And you get to get the benefits and get into the room of the people who are doing those things that you want to do. Don't you want to level up? If you want a radio land, I need you to give me a fist bump. Do you want to level up? Nod your head. And hashtag radio crew. If you're listening to this as a replay, nod your head. Hashtag replay crew. And if you're listening live, welcome to the Motivating Your Money radio show Sunday. Excuse me, we were on Sunday, not on Sunday anymore because we are carving out time for a new book that I have coming out. So it's just Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, guys. So share. Did you share? Did you comment? Somebody's going to need this resource. So go ahead and provide them with an opportunity to level up as well. All right. So this show, guys, is brought to you by my music man. If you heard the intro, it's called Muy Caliente, and that's very hot. And it's a um let's motivate that money. No, I can't sing. Laugh. I can't see you. Laugh all you want. But my whole point is, that's my music man, and he's local to the greater Chicago area, but he does travel and he have access to a whole band. And I want to shout him out, guys, because I shout people out during my show. If that's something that you want, then I need you to go ahead and call me at 708-794-6849. 708-794-6849. And I have some great opportunities for you. And that means if you're local, national, or international, because we do reach that far being on intellectualradio.com, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, and YouTube. All right, guys. So, yes, Be Love Int, B.Love. Ent, ENT, is his Instagram handle. So reach out to him, guys. He's on Amazon. His LP, it's $5. So support my man, guys. I love my theme song, if I will. All right, guys. So couple back office things. No more Sunday shows, as I mentioned, because I need to write my book. So I'm actually taking a sabbatical on a lot of different things, including social media. But I was very surprised today to see that Facebook and Instagram have been down for several hours. If you an entrepreneur and you a side hustler or a side hustler, and you get most of your leads from social media, what are your what is your alternatives? What are your backup? What are your backup systems and processes? What are your alternatives? What are you doing to make sure that someone else's choices or problems don't affect your income flow? And again, I'm gonna tell you, if you're not an entrepreneur and you're not a side hustler, then we need to talk. And I need you to join me in the Motivate Your Money Facebook community because everybody should be making money on the side. Everybody should be making money in their sleep. And I don't mean two jobs. I mean somebody has you realized that people will purchase what you have to offer. You've connected it to an automated system. So they're searching for different things. They find your thing, then they pay for your thing via PayPal or Stripe or Square. You're nowhere around, but you wake up with more money in your bank account. And if they want to talk to you about how you're doing that, or maybe they want special help or have specific questions, they're on your calendar. How about that? And you didn't have to do anything, you just set it up. How about it doesn't cost you anything to do this? Boom. And I can help you with it. So join our Facebook community, Motivating Your Money, guys, where we support each other. We are all moving towards our 2020 vision and beyond, and we're taking financial footsteps in that direction, realizing that it is a journey. It is not a race. And if you want to consider it as a race, it's a marathon, not a sprint. All right, guys. So we are strategic. It's not just a journey where we just, lollygagging. We are strategic in our choices, but we're supporting each other. We realize that we're going to fail along the way, and we're not holding ourselves so accountable that we can't bounce back by mistakes. And that's easier done with friends and people that you care about and you trust because they're showing their cards as well. That's what we are building in the Motivating Your Money Facebook community. And I welcome you. All right, guys. So let's see here. If you are in the Miami area, my next speaking event will be next Saturday. In the Miami area, I'm speaking for Platform Live. I do not remember the name of the location. It's beachfront. Okay, so nope, I can't remember the name of the location, but I will put the information in my Facebook community so you can join us, and it's a free event. So come on out. All right, guys, and it is for entrepreneurs and side hustlers, letting you know some of the different tips and tricks that can help you monetize your journey while you're building up your business, and also help you protect your money while you're building up your business. Because when you transition to an entrepreneur, no one teaches us that there's a whole different perspective to handling business and handling our finances as opposed to being a consumer or an employee. And that's a major shift, and it starts with our mindset. So let's talk about some of those things. And well, it's going to be a panel, and I also will have a power hour. So I'll be in a location by myself, able to answer questions and set up maybe even a future follow up, and I'll have some resources available for you as well. All right, guys. So that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about different aspects of credit and how it will be beneficial to you to learn it, open your eyes, be receptive to what you don't know. All right, what you don't know. Let's see here. So I want to tell you that you have the ability to. Okay, here we go. First, you have the ability to completely wipe away all of your financial errors and still be able to keep your head above water. You have the ability to maybe wipe away 85% of your financial errors and still keep your head above water. Imagine, imagine not knowing how to manage your money, completely guessing, making wins, making failures, making decisions, some of the same bad decisions, and then finding out that you weren't even given all the rules of the game. Imagine that, guys. If that's the case, let me get you. Can I get a fist bump? Can I get a virtual fist bump? And the reason why I say that, guys, is because many of us have experienced that. And so then we are mixed with emotions when we start to hear that, wow, if I'd have knew this 20 years ago, where would I be? How will my life be? How different will my life be if I'd have knew what you're telling me 20 years ago? Well, I'm telling you a very important secret right now. And a lot of people aren't going to want to hear it and they don't believe it. But I promise you, I teach my clients this and I do it myself. And I've partnered with some great partners here in the greater Chicago area. So if this is something that you're needing, I need you to let me know. And what I'm talking about, guys, is bankruptcy. Absolutely. Bankruptcy, if you qualify, will allow you to completely wipe away all of your financial woes, all of your debts. all of your debts, and you can still keep your car and you can still keep your primary residence. Absolutely. And you don't have to be in the poorhouse in order to qualify. I'm not a lawyer. That's a disclaimer. I have some great connections with some lawyers that have been in business doing bankruptcies for like 30 years. And I send clients to them on a regular basis, and I get testimonials because of the weight lifted off of their shoulders and how they feel, just by first realizing that this was even a viable option, then realizing that it was such an easy process, and finally realizing, wow, now I get to spend the rest of my life building it back up. Imagine that, guys. Imagine that. Or imagine if because there's two options, chapter 7 and chapter 13. Imagine that you don't get the opportunity to completely eradicate all of your financial woes, but you get a chance to eradicate 80%, 85%. How would that feel? And then as you pay a very small portion back, you are growing your credit at the same time. How does that feel? And growing your credit, not what I mean growing your credit, credit repair. I mean, as you're paying for those little small percentages, you're paying into a trustee and they're automatically paying into the collectors and the creditors, and it's automatically reflecting positive on your credit report. So you're paying a little bit, you actually growing your score at the same time and building up your integrity, your financial integrity. How awesome is that? Of course, eradicating all of them at all of your debts at one time might be the choice that we like, but if it's not possible, there is a very close second. Why am I bringing that up while we're talking about credit? Because many times we struggle to keep a credit score above water, but we are losing our peace of mind. We are losing money unnecessarily. We are losing precious time, and our credit is already jacked up anyway. But because of pride and because of misinformation, we don't choose to pay attention to any other option. So we might do debt consolidation, which is the same thing, guys, as having your creditors. Because if you miss one payment or make one error, then all of your law agreements can fail, and then you owe it all at one time. Or and you still, it's actually going to hit your score, but it's going to hit your score, but you don't have the ability to wipe it all away. If it's going to be a major hit like a bankruptcy, then I want the ability to walk away, hit it, and let me move up. And did you know the credit repair? I'm sorry. Did you know that bankruptcy can be removed from your credit score? So that's another viable option. All right, guys. So, and when you do debt consolidation, those debt consolidation tactics and the percentages that they're able to get you is nowhere near what you're able to get via a bankruptcy. So if you're going to take a major hit on your score, you might as well be eligible to pay back as least as possible and grow your score at the same time. All right. So yes, I wanted to talk to you about that because the whole idea is leveraging these financial tools that we don't even think exist. We don't know exist, and we might have been shutting our ears off when we hear them. All right, so what are the options after we start the bankruptcy process, guys? Well, there's a couple things, There's a couple things. First of all, I have a whole resource for someone who's, maybe you've already filed bankruptcy, maybe you're considering it, and you're wondering, well, after that, your life is over for the next 10 years. Absolutely incorrect. Can you say misinformation? Hashtag misinformation. No. First of all, bankruptcy can be removed. Second of all, even though it's on there, you can still grow your score. Third of all, grow your score without having to do credit checks. It doesn't make any sense to grow my score and have to try to apply for a place that's going to base my eligibility off my credit when I know my credit is in the tank because I just had to file bankruptcy trying to get a second chance. You see that? So you need to know the strategic places and tools and companies that will allow you to have life after bankruptcy. Absolutely give you a chance to grow. Absolutely give you a chance to grow because we all make mistakes. Did we know that that was possible? No. You can be in the 700 club, and that's ideally where you want to go. You can be in the 700 club in less than 18 months after filing a bankruptcy, whether you remove it off your score or whether off your credit report or not. I'm gonna repeat that. You can be in the 700 club after you file bankruptcy, whether you have it removed or not. All right, guys. Let's see. All right, so life after bankruptcy, guaranteed credit approval, how to get off of the check systems list. Those of you who don't know what the check system list, that means that you were trying to make ends meet for one reason or another, health, divorce, lost a job, moved, just financial illiteracy. You were living outside of your means, and you were trying to make ends meet, and that didn't always happen no matter how you tried to rob Peter and pay Paul. And many times you might have some bounced checks. You might have everything all set up and ready to be paid with the dates, and then all of a sudden you have something that emotionally jars you. And the first thing we want to do is feel better. And the easiest way to do that is to shop. Shopping therapy is a whole lot. Yes, it works, but what are the ramifications after the fact? What are the ramifications after the fact? So, um, how to get off the check system list. We need to talk about the 5 credit killers and the common credit mistakes. Since we're building after the bankruptcy, then what do I need to know that I didn't know before? How am I going to un not un how am I going to learn how to mind my credit and my finances and my personal emotions, how I handle money, how I deal with money? We need to know all that. So the 5 credit killers, the other common credit mistakes, and you need a personal protection plan. What is that, Stacey? A personal protection plan, guys, is questions and answers and journal entries, so you can learn what are your strengths and your weaknesses. What are your tendencies? What are your habits? What is your money story? Do you automatically feel like you have to buy the most expensive because that means it's the best? Do you automatically feel like if I make enough money, I should be able to buy what I want? I don't need a budget as long as my bills are paid? Do you automatically feel like I don't have to prepare for retirement because I'm too early? And when I do plan for retirement, I don't really have to put a lot of money in it because I can get Social Security. What is your money story? Your money story was formulated when you were younger, and now it's reflected in all of your financial choices. But many times we don't even realize it. So that's what the personal protection plan is, guys. That's what the personal protection plan is. All right. Can I get a hashtag personal protection plan in the comment section below on YouTube, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio? And if you are listening to this from the email, because I'm going to send this out to email, since I couldn't go live on social media, hey guys, hey, make sure you comment for me as well. All right, guys. So again, you're listening to Stacey Daniel, wealth strategist and insurance broker. This is the Motivating Money Radio Show, and we are on intellectualradio.com. We talk about all things money, motivation, and mindset, and you can find us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, guys. And we are talking about credit education month. Nope, we're not talking about credit repair. Credit repair agents right now, guys, are a dime a dozen. And I used to be one because I knew how important it was, but now I just offer it for free because I know that the laws and the rules and the time and the results are the same. I don't want to charge you for something that I think is a bare necessity. Having your credit improved is a bare necessity. Everything you do reflects, is connected to it. All right. Everything you do is connected to it. And if you are at the point that you're ready to level up, then you definitely need to make sure you get that credit life in order because everything you do is connected to it. So if you want the free credit repair resource, go ahead and join us in the Motivate Your Money Facebook community. It is absolutely free. You'll get a blueprint. You'll get 34 letters. You'll get videos. You'll get credit repair protection plan, credit repair relapse protection plan, because I know so many people who ask me to fix their credit, and then they come back want it done again. I don't want that to be you. I don't want that to be you. So when you get the free credit repair toolkit, it does come with a credit repair protection plan. So you can position yourself to make sure you maintain and then continue to increase and enhance that tool, that powerful tool of other people's money. Imagine being able to purchase a whole house or a building and you didn't have to put any cash up. Yes, you sure can. And not necessarily with personal credit, but with business credit. Let's learn more how to use this asset, guys. All right. So, there's a secret, a bonus that holds it all together. And I tell people all this all the time. They don't realize it. Yes, we need to get the credit together. Yes, we need to learn about all of this other stuff. But you know what? The only way that you're going to keep it that way long term is to budget and have a money master plan. Yep, I said the word. I said the word. I said it. Hashtag budget. The only way to maintain a peace of mind, financial freedom, continued up trajectory, which means I'm growing, even though I'm failing, I'm growing at the same time. I'm learning from my mistakes because I have the ability to reflect and piece of take apart the decisions I made and why, so that I can see what's motivating me and then I can grow from that. All right, so while you're growing and maintaining, you need to maintain a budget and a money master plan. We need to know exactly where we're going. We need to know exactly where we are right now financially, and then we need to have a complete blueprint, step by step, on how to get there. If we don't, then everything we want or we think about is just a dream. It's not even real. It'll never come true. And then we wonder why we're failing, why somebody else is much further than we are in a certain situation. Well, did you put together some type of plan? Or did you just say, I want this, though I have no idea how I'm going to get from here to there, but I'm going to work towards it? So, how do you know you're even going in the right direction or backwards or in circles? Even, the armed forces, they have these little compass. And if they don't have a compass, they know how to check the moss on a tree. You need something to gauge yourself, guys. So, no matter what you're doing, and we're talking about credit education, we're talking about using other people's money, we're talking about this very powerful tool that we've been told for so many years don't even pay attention to it because it's the devil. I've heard that before. Oh, because it means you know good. The best thing you could do is to never get a credit card. Don't get any loans. That's going to jack you up. No, what that means is we didn't have an understanding of how powerful it is. All right, guys. Imagine keeping I'm gonna say it again. Imagine all that money that you have in your bank account right now. Close your eyes and visualize it. Imagine taking that and purchasing something with it, but you still have it in your bank. Ooh, ooh, right? And because you purchased something with it, now you have opportunities that you didn't have before. Ooh. All right, guys. So let's talk about getting into the 700 club. Now, what if you didn't file bankruptcy, but you currently have some blemishes on your credit and I want to get in the 700 club? Did you know that you can get a new score in 3 days? It's called a rapid rescore. Are you trying to purchase a home or purchase a car? It is income tax season. Did you know that you can go to a place to get your score recalculated and have it back in 3 days? It usually is a cycle of about 30 to 45 days because based off of when your creditor when your creditor reports to the credit reporting agency, when your due date is and when your statement date. Those are the 3 dates that determines what how soon any changes you make to your credit file will be reflected on, whatever you're currently using, Credit Sesame or MyFICO or name a couple of other ones. I can't think right now. Credit Karma. Yes. So I needed you to know that. I need you to know that there's a cost between good credit and perfect credit. Excellent credit is what it is. What's the cost, Stacey? The cost is huge. The cost is huge. I'm about to give you an equation really quickly. Stay with me. Imagine you have a six something credit score, and most of us have been thought to that six something credit score is okay. I got good credit. All right, well, that will get you qualified for some things, though you will be paying significantly more for that thing due to the higher interest rate. But now let's compare a 600 something, 650 something, or six whatever, 600 something, to a 700 something. Let's use easy to round numbers or easy to calculate numbers, round numbers, $100. What if you have $100 more mortgage, for example, than the next person. $100 mortgage a month is $1,200 a year. That's $1,200 a year. If you have a mortgage for 30 years, that's $36,000 that you are paying more than somebody else, but the same exact thing, just because you didn't do a few tips, tricks, and rules for free. Boom. Is that okay? Are you okay with that? Let's repeat that. You'll be paying $36,000 more than the next person. And that's just if it's $100 difference for the same exact item, just because you didn't improve your score or learn the different tips and tricks about it. And that's why that's how I try to break it down to my clients when they're like, wow, when you make it sound like that, yeah, I want to do more. Yes, here's your free resource. Let me know if you have any questions, because anybody who get the resource get free tech support. All right, guys. So the question again is, what's the difference? Is there a cost between good credit and excellent credit? And absolutely it is. Did you know that you can travel hack when you have excellent credit? Did you know that you can get a card and every time you make a purchase, they give you points at a certain hotel of your choice, or points on a certain airline of your choice, or cash back? So every time I make a purchase, I'm getting money back. What? Oh, every time I'm making a purchase, I'm building up these points or rewards. So when I get ready to travel to wherever you're going, as long as that airline is there or as long as that hotel chain is there, you get to use those points that you didn't do anything to get. You just purchased regularly, and now your 5-star vacation now only cost you 3-star budget. What do you think you could do with the rest of that money? The difference. Put it in your pocket. That's the difference, guys. All because all we need to do is realize that using credit as a leverage, as a tool, will get us where we need to go. And it's free. And it's based off laws, guys, and the whole federal agencies. So I'm gonna need you to join us in the Motivate Your Money Facebook community when the Facebook decides to come back up. And I'm gonna need you to go ahead and get that resource, guys. Join us as we all ask questions and we wonder what it is that we can do to level that playing field. Because, like I said, everybody should have access to the rules and education needed in order to reach a level of financial success that they are willing to work towards. However, unfortunately, the fight is fixed. So the only thing we can do is learn as much as we can, connect with other people who have been where we've gone, and find someone that we like, know, and trust, and ask them questions. And this is a great place to do it. All right, guys. Okay, so we talked about bankruptcy as a business strategy and a personal strategy. We talked about growing your business after bankruptcy and the benefits of it, the tricks and tips regarding it, the different perspective that you can have, how it's actually setting you free. And a lot easier to come back from a bankruptcy than it is to come back from a lot of negative items on your credit report. Let me give you another tip, guys. How you want to know how to control 65% of your score so that you can jump? Like I said, coming out of a bankruptcy, if you do it strategic, and I have a blueprint for you, then you can actually reach the 700 club, because your score is going to drop significantly, but you can reach a 700 club in less than 18 months. In less than 18 months. Yes, let's pause there. In less than 18 months. Imagine there's one step, I guess two steps, in order to control 65% of it that you can't do as long as you're trying to maintain your poor credit history. And that's your credit history and your payments. I'm sorry, your payment history and your utilization. So if you pay every single month on time and you keep your total amount of debt under 30% of your available credit, you right there control 65% of your score. You right there control 65% of your score. Most of us can't do that if we already have jacked up credit. That means I need to bring all my debt down. So again, let's give us numbers, easy numbers. $1,000 under. If I have $1,000 credit limit on my credit card, and Stacey, you said I need to keep it under 30% utilization. That means you need to not have any debt, or it needs to not be charged any more than $300. Most of us have charged it all the way up, like all the way up. and looking for more. So how do I get it down? I could be paying it every month on time, my bare minimum, which is 25, 40, $70. But guess what? That's only 35% of your score. You're getting dinged. It's like two steps forward, one step back, two steps forward, one step back. I'm gonna pay my bill every month on time because I know that's what I'm supposed to do. But your utilization is so far high, you're getting dinged every time they do your score calculation. So you're paying it on time to get some good credits or brownie points, but it's calculated at over 30%. So they're dinging you. So you're not getting any movement. So that also answers the question, why is my score not increasing and I'm paying my bills on time? All right, guys. Tips and tricks. That's what we're talking about today. Tips and tricks on what we can do to find ourselves leveling the playing field, being able to utilize credit as a phenomenal tool that it is, open doors that we didn't know, keep our money in our pocket, and even purchase income producing assets. I said it, income producing asset. All right, Stacey, what do you mean by that? I mean, purchase something that's going to bring you money. Use a credit card or not necessarily a credit card, but the fact that you qualify for credit, it comes in different forms. So that could be a loan. Did you know that initially, if you're in the stock market, initially you require cash. But if you want to make trades, you can get a loan for that. You can borrow money to trade. So if stock market is your thing, having good credit will help you. Boom. No, I didn't know that, Stacey. I know most of my clients don't know that. But you know what? I don't necessarily, just let me put a disclaimer there. I'm not a financial planner. I am a licensed financial professional, but I will not teach you how to put your money in a risky situation in hopes of gaining a profit. I will teach you how to put your money in a place that will guarantee you profits, guarantee that you won't pay any taxes, and it'll guarantee that you won't have to worry about any risk ever. That's a whole side of finances most people don't even know exists. So, yes, my specialty, my keynote speech, what I've been speaking and teaching about on multiple stages and receiving multiple awards about is teaching and speaking and training regarding the 8 silent wealth killers. I help entrepreneurs and which should be everybody in 2019 to protect their money from all risk, internal and external. Internal means misinformation. That's why misinformation, which is the topic today, even though we're focusing on credit, is one of the 8 silent wealth killers. Because we don't know things, we don't do things. Because we don't know, we don't do, and we aren't privy to the enhances or the leveling up or the additional income, the different strategies, the long term financial security, stability, and peace of mind that others have and we wish we had. That's why I say that the fight is fixed. So, by me working with my mentors and for my own failures, I don't know if I mentioned, but you know, I had a 486 credit score and I filed bankruptcy and I had defaulted student loans and I was on that check system file that we talked about. Plus, I had some repossession vehicles as well. And that was at 28. I'm 40 now, you know. So I learned, even though I had a degree, I thought I was okay. I was degreed and indebted, guys. So again, personal finance is not common sense, and effective money management is a tool that must be learned. Two, just because we've been successful in other areas of our lives, it does not mean we'll successfully know how to manage our money. We need to ask for help and ask questions. But my whole point is you need to know somebody that's been where you are. You need to know someone that has is privy to that, to those resources, those strategies. That's why I'm a wealth strategist, because I'm going to teach you not just how to grow your money. I'm going to teach you how to save it, and I'm going to teach you how to spend it and protect it all at the same time. So yes, the 8 silent wealth killers, 4 ways your money is being taken from you, 4 ways you are giving your money away and you didn't even realize it. So I specialize in helping you protect all of your assets from all risk, both internal and external. Most of us, this is my last tip, guys. And then I'm going to go ahead and end the show, maybe a little early, but I think I've given you a lot of information. I don't want to overwhelm you. So, this is my last tip. Did you know that by putting your money in a savings account, you're losing your money? That's a purpose pause. I'm going to ask it again. Did you know by putting your money in a savings account, a bank account, a CD, you're losing your money? Yes, that's called inflation, guys. Inflation. Putting your money in a savings account like your parents and your grandparents, and they taught us in school, count our coins and put our money in the bank and how we write a check and endorse a check and do all of that. And it's actually seeping out of there. and we don't realize that. And we receive all of these invitations to open up new accounts that's going to give us like a 2.5 growth if we keep our money in there for a whole year. But the average inflation rate for the past 2 years, guys, is 2.78. So you're going to give me 2.5, but only if I leave all my money in there for a whole year. And the inflation rate, which means the value of my money is decreasing by 2.78%. This is calculated every single month. So I'm still losing money. So I need to find somewhere that I can put my money that's going to grow at least as fast as the rate of inflation is dropping or cause my money to lose value. And I need to put it somewhere that I don't have to pay any taxes. And I don't want to pay any fees for somebody to manage it. And I definitely don't want to be in the stock market because I have no control over the stock market. So I'm playing Russian roulette with my money, with my future, my retirement, my family security. Wow. Did we even know that there was an option to do that? Most of us don't. So again, my name is Stacey Daniel. I am a wealth strategist and insurance broker. I have been in the financial services industry for 10 years, but I don't teach you about Russian roulette with your money. I teach you guaranteed ways to grow it, save it, spend it, and protect it so that your family can have a peace of mind. You can live the life that you want now and later. All right, guys. This is the Motivating Your Money radio show. We are on Sunday. I keep saying Sunday. No, we're not on Sunday anymore for 2 months because I'm writing a book and I needed that time. We are on intellectualradio.com on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time every Wednesday, even when social media isn't working. Hashtag replay crew, hashtag radio crew, and hashtag to my social media crew whenever you guys listen to this. Again, 708-794-6849 is the number that you can reach me. Come and join us in the Motivate Your Money Facebook community. Everything I talked about, I have free, yes, free resources, and everybody who's under the sound of my voice get a free 15-minute consultation. So join me, guys. Come and hang out with us. Check us out. By the way, hashtag I do spotlights for entrepreneurs. So if you're an entrepreneur and you want to get what you do out to the public and you want to train and teach, you want to be able to have unlimited, a consistent flow of qualified and ready to buy leads that are free to low cost to maintain and require little to no energy to acquire, free to low cost to acquire and little to no energy to maintain, then I need you to learn how to leverage your relationships. Come in the Facebook community and learn how to leverage my followers for your benefit. All right, guys. You have a wonderful evening.
Movie Cali and Shay. Movie Cali and Shay. Movie Cali and Shay.